Hi everyone, my name is Tracy Jeffrey and I am in my kitchen here in County Down, which is in an area of outstanding natural beauty here in Northern Ireland, and it's a beautiful sunny day. I am going to make a recipe for you, a beautiful tasty sweet bread that I make for my Maloney and Kelly guests when they come to my kitchen. So I'm going to take you through the recipe, and I'm also going to give you the recipe so you have your own measurements and so on, hoping that you might try and make this. Apologies in advance if you hear a cockerel or any farm animals or indeed any kids, because we have animals just outside here as well. So, okay, so to make this recipe, and it's really very easy, and I should show you actually. Here's a loaf which I have just taken out of the oven about 20 minutes ago. It's a lovely sweet tasty bread, and actually when I'm making it I don't weigh or measure anything. Okay, so that's really how easy it is, and that's very much how these breads would have been made traditionally. So the first ingredient, and there are only 4 in total, is my soda bread flour. And the soda bread flour is basically a very good quality flour which is milled locally and grown in these fields around here. The soda bread flour has the raising agents already in the flour, so it's peculiar to Northern Ireland. You don't even find it in the south of Ireland. It's very much our local flour. Okay, and I'm going to put in a good big handful and then about kind of a smaller handful of the flour. The next thing I'm going to add then will be my dried fruit. So I have here some raisins and sultanas. You could add mixed peel, you could add any other dried fruit you want, but these are lovely and kind of succulent and juicy and sweet, and I love them. So I'm adding 2 handfuls of the fruit into my mixture. Then the next thing is your caster sugar, and caster sugar is basically just what we would call a finer granulated sugar. It's perfect for baking and making sweet dishes, and I put in 2 liberal tablespoonfuls of it. Even if I'm having this bread with, say, cheese or whatever, I still think you want to have that little bit of sweetness to it. Okay, and then my last ingredient here is just a little bit of baking soda or bicarbonate of soda. I've mentioned that the raising agents are already in the flour, but because this is a heavier dough, I'm just giving it a bit of an extra hand. So next thing you do is just amalgamate, get all your ingredients together, introduce maybe a little bit of air. I'm only doing this maybe 3 or 4 times, okay? And that's it. So there it is so far. Haven't needed to sieve the flour or anything, and I've all my dry ingredients in there. Then I'm taking buttermilk, and our buttermilk is delicious. It's actually the residue of what's left after you make the butter. And again, this is farmed, and I get it from a dairy just down the road, but it's from a local farm here. And when I add the buttermilk to my mixture, I am looking for a soft kind of, if you like, porridge-like consistency. So I'm really, with this recipe and with nearly all of the breads that we make, the traditional Northern Irish breads, is that you're looking for a soft texture, okay? You're looking for a nice soft consistency. And you can make these breads just going by the texture. So when we make our soda and our wheaten breads and so on, we go just purely by the look of it and the feel of it and the texture. So there it is. It's all mixed together nicely, okay? I don't need to do anything else. Okay, I've added my 4 ingredients, and I'm just going to hold this up to the camera just till you see kind of the texture of it. So it really is like a kind of a wet, sticky dough. And I'm going to take my mixture and put it into my baking tray. Now, this is a small loaf tin. I have buttered it beforehand. You don't need any greaseproof paper or anything like that. Just a bit of butter. Actually, I normally melt the butter in and then kind of put it around the tin with my pastry brush. And into that, I'm going to add my mixture, okay? And there it is. So, mixture in the tin, okay? Just spread it out as you would do to the 4 corners. And then the last thing I do, which you can choose to do or not as you please, but I find it gives it a lovely crunch, is I'm adding a little bit of demerara sugar, right? And demerara sugar is like almost like a muscovado sugar. It's this very, it's a brown sugar and it's a sweet sugar, but this is, the granules of this are slightly coarser. And I just apply that liberally to the top of the loaf. And then I put this into the oven at about 160, 170 for about 25 to 30 minutes. Take it out, let it sit on your cooling tray for 10, 15 minutes if you can wait that long, and then just take it and cut it up. And this is how it cuts up. And it's lovely and moist and soft inside and crunchy on the top. Now, what I have with that every single time is some of our hand-rolled, handmade butter. It is the most delicious butter ever. Again, it's from a local farm just down the road. And I apply this liberally. And if I'm feeling very much kind of in an indulgent sort of mood, I'll have some of my blackcurrant jam. Blackcurrants are actually in season at the minute, so I'm out picking those day and daily. And that's it. It's the easiest thing to make, and I hope someday to be welcoming you to my kitchen where you'll be making this yourself. Thank you.